Hey folks, welcome back. Okay, we are on round number 65 of this multiplayer game of Shadow Empire. Let's have a look what happened in the history. Doesn't look like there's very much. Well, we got attacked here in the northeast of our empire, and that was it. This is the last turn of this decade of corruption, thank God for that. We have developed distant thunder. This looks like rockets. And we've discovered heavy helicopter, and we've completed research in physical storage, which is useful. Also, we've discovered a new tech, launcher optimization, and we've discovered Thropter wings. Thropters are really good, by the way. And also, look at this, I got an automated factory. This is a really, really good card. And we got a fate stratagem pack because our admin level hit 10, and we got a bunch of cards. Okay, let's just go straight into the decisions. Okay, we've got an incident with Black Moon. This is Boba Black Moon, commander of the 7th Motorized Light Infantry Brigade. God, this guy's a knob. Let's just... what am I trying to do? Let me just try and remember where we're going with profiles here. Enforcement and commerce are both pretty high. I think I'd probably rather go into enforcement at the moment. Government could be kind of useful, but I've already got a massive bureaucracy, to be honest. Like, I know this is a 40% bonus. That's quite a lot, though. That is a lot. Maybe going into government might be a good option now. I don't know. I don't want to piss this guy off too much. He's only a OHQ leader. Let's have a look at him. Actually, a good OHQ leader, though. He likes enforcement and government. Let's just. Thing is, like, if we reverse the decision, it'll actually raise enforcement, which is probably what he's going to like. So, I might have to just do something to improve my relationship with that guy. Bureaucratic assets reach at least 32 levels. I think I can do that. New directorship for the staff council. Okay, so we've got Archie Morbius, who I moved in from another position. I forget where he was. I think he was an OHQ commander, wasn't he? Let's just have a look. Yeah, he was an OHQ commander. I can't remember where he's been fighting. Anyway, let's get that guy in. Actually, I'm in other games offline. I've actually been experimenting with putting a good leader into staff council, just so that I can kind of get some of the more interesting operationalization of. Economic Council research objective. I don't know. None of these look particularly good. Let's just go into the tech tree and see what we've got. Yeah, I don't know. Just that's maybe if I look, we're going with polymer armor. Maybe if I just go for serpentinization, then we can go into propulsion, and then we can get stuff like high-speed rail up. I don't really need that yet, but being able to get some of the, I think particularly micronetic RPGs might be quite good. Security tactics. Are we actually... Sorry, before I carry on this, I just want to check what the Applied Science Council's doing. They're working on vehicle armor optimization. I'm actually going to change that. Yeah, I want to change that now, because going too far into that one... Let's see what we've got. Mining techniques might be good. Prospecting optimization. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff, isn't there? We've already gone fairway into security tactics, which is decent. I don't know. Cross fertilization might be quite good, so we can just get more food. Personal armor. Communication, I think, is for... Yeah, that's in entertainment, isn't it? Fuel mix operations. That's for real fuel assets. Armor piercing is improving the lethality of your small arms against armored targets. Yeah, let's go into that just a little way, I think, because that's actually pretty useful. Yeah, that will help us get through armored targets. I think armored targets in this sense means, you know, increasing the armor penetration against any target, not just soft targets against, you know, armor, as in, you know, tanks. I think it also means against the different armor types, because every weapon, whether it's hard or soft attack, will have penetration value against a certain armor type, you know, against thickness of armor. I think that's what he's talking about there. Economic Council research objective. I don't know. Why have we not broken into here? Do we need 3 for this one? I think maybe we need 3. Yeah, we need 3. Okay, so maybe deep core mining or something. That would bring us into Yorke hydraulics, into heavy machinery and automation. These are actually pretty good. And I'm trailing Cael at the moment, I think. But I must be catching him up, because I'm pretty sure I've got more bureaucracy and industry than him now. I say I'm pretty sure. I think I am. I'm hoping I'm catching. I should be catching up, because I've got more cities and I've got way more population. So let's go into deep core mining and just get that out open. Set model design council overview. What did we just get? We just got this distant thunder. Let's have a look at this thing. Oh, it's bad, isn't it? It's got crappy armor. I mean, I don't really care about armor in these things, to be honest. So, and it's got a structural design of 100. We could probably, you know, make this better. Actually, this one was just small rockets, wasn't it? So yeah, I'm not that worried about that. Let's go for a tank destroyer. We'll just build one of these. We're just going to put a really big jock off gun on it. I really want to wait for polymer armor on these things. I think what I'll do is I'm going to put 100mm steel plating on. Or maybe I'll put 150. Yeah, and then I'll put the triple diesel engine. These things really want to be sat still. Tank destroyers are a defensive unit. So you want to move them into position and then they sit there. I'm not massively bothered about them, to be honest. I have used tank destroyers quite a lot, and I think they are pretty good. Are they worth building over standard tanks? Don't know about that. Okay. We could increase, like, this is what Cael's been doing, I think. I think he's been increasing the size of his infantry battalion. I'm not certain about that, but I think that's what he's done. Now, I quite like to have tank battalions with extra scouting on, so I add motorbikes to them. That's something that's kind of cool you can do. We've got the shock mechanized infantry brigade that I made. Light infantry brigade. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait. Let's wait for a bit. Let's just we'll just postpone this decision. I'd like to actually upgrade one of the brigade size things. I think you can kind of get creative with those. Mine worker striking riggings. Okay, this is the one that I was just kind of like pushing on, wasn't I? Because I was just like, I can't bother to deal with this. But it does need dealing with. So let's have a look what's going on. Yeah, we got really bad. It's because of the danger. That's the thing. We got danger because we got a bunch of bad decisions. Yeah, the leaders in there's not that great either. Just give them some credits. Roaming thieves and ice are on. Should be able to do this. Critical success. Excellent. Waste disposal accident in Richelieu. This is another one that should be fairly relatively easy. This is 4 political points. That's okay. Success. Okay, good. Our spies in Empire of Dick found information. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Tribes of Man. I'm more bothered about figuring this one out. So let's just have a look. Yeah, I was putting in democracy and fist. Yeah, fist's not that important. Yeah, I'll look at this. They've got 1000% in this one. Warrior party is that. Yeah, let's just keep going with those guys.
Roger that.
New commander for the 5th Machine Gun Infantry Regiment. Let's just get a commander in there then. Hopefully we've got a military. Here we go.
Aye, aye, sir.
See what we got here. It's actually got some OHQ command already. Wonder what he was. Oh, he was an adventurer. Interesting. Okay. He's actually got a bunch of skills. This guy's pretty good.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Okay. Right. We've got... right, before I do anything else, let's get some ammo. I'm just going to keep producing ammo every turn if I can. So we've got a bit of a float. Just in case a war does start. Look at this. Look at Hyde. He's building up these... he's kind of building up these troops here. I actually meant to talk to him and just say, hey, look, you know, sorry, I'm not actually trying to attack you. I'm just building up some troops here. Oh, by the way, off camera, I just started building these 2 recycling plants here and here to take advantage of these what do you call them? These artifacts. It's going to be important for me to start getting up more, you know, more. I just dig out all the scavenging points, because I can really kickstart my metal economy if I do that. I think. I've got a metal mine here. Let's nationalize that. Sorry guys, but I want it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they've just completed that, but I want that. So that will actually. Yeah, it's a level 9 as well. It'll come out really quick. The metals will come out really fast. I really want... metals is what holding me back at the moment. I've got look, I've got 1,400 industrial points every turn, and that's including building a whole ton of stuff. Look, so my industrial output is absolutely massive. I don't think I've ever had an industrial point output like this before. But I do need to kind of continue on with this industrial push, actually. Let's go to what we're building here. Okay, we finished demetallization. We finished the power bank. We've got rails going up. We finished an agrodome here. Yeah, I think we should probably have a look and see what else we can get up. Okay, we've got a high civilization. We could get the power bank 2 up. Let me just see what the maximum amount of power we can hold. Maximum storage is 5,000. Okay, that's better. That is better. We should probably get an airbase up. The thing is, I'm not really building much in the way of aircraft at the moment. Like, part of me I can't really be bothered to do the aircraft thing because it's kind of annoying. At the same time, wow, look at this. 6 rounds of 1,000 metal each turn. The industry 4, but that does give you 800 industrial points per round. I think I probably should go for heavy industry next. What do you reckon? I reckon so. That's going to be 4 rounds of 625 metal. It's going to really pound my metal out. But it's going to produce 10 of these machines per round. Saves us having to make them in the workshop. We've also got soil demetallization 2. Honestly, this might be better. The thing is, it's 6 rounds. This is what, 6 threes? Oh, maths. 18 is that? Yeah. So we're going to have 18 of these things. Do we put up heavy industry first, and then go for this? I guess so. Let's go for heavy industry. And that's, yeah, I don't really dare build much more than this. I think I've got so many bureaucratic points that I'm probably going to be just punching through technology every turn or 2. Yeah, my admin level's really, really high. Yeah. Let's have a look at where Cael's at with his tech level. His tech level's higher, look. His admin level's about the same. Culture level 5. Where am I in culture? And my civilization level's quite... I think that's the same as cultural level, is it? I assume so. It's funny that they use different... If that's the case, it's funny that they use different terminology here. Popularity and word score's pretty high. Look at this. I've been trying to get these people in with the enforcement. I think that's going to... if we can continue pushing into this, this is really going to... He's going to end up having to go into autocracy and enforcement. Eat that. Okay, yeah. I don't really know what else I can build, to be honest. I've got to be a bit careful now. Like, a bunch of stuff has finished building this turn. So maybe I can kind of get a few things up. Tempted to nationalise this transport hub here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I've learned, I was experimenting with not doing that, and now I'm starting to learn that that's actually something you really want to do. By the way, we've got an auto factory. I think what I want to do is get it up somewhere like here. So let's get that. Let's just have a look, because we don't want to put all our eggs into one basket. Now this is this is kind of close to High Peak. I don't think there's much chance of anyone taking it, actually. I don't think these guys are going to go to war with me, Cael Republic, or they're friends with me, they're happy. So unless somebody invades them, and then you know, and even one of the players is going to take a long time to chew their way through this guy. So and also they'll be at war with me if they do. So yeah, that would give me some time, I think, in order to kind of get things up. Should we go for Metal Mine 2 here? I think we probably should, shouldn't we? 30,000 metals in there, look. Hang on. Did I click on the wrong button? No. Wukulu. Woolcow, even. Woolcow. So, Zwenberg is a big town. So why can we not go for mining? Limited logistical points, is it? Is that why? Rare metals? I'm a bit confused what's going on here. Oh, I see. Sorry. It's because we're already creating Metal Mine 2. Silly me. Okay. Yeah, maybe regional. Let's just see what we can get in here. Bureaucratic Officers 3 is probably a good bet. That's going to take a lot of metal though, but it will drastically increase the amount of metal that we get. Sorry, the amount of bureaucratic points we're going to be getting. Let's also play that zone card that I just picked up. There we are, the automated factory. Riggin. Oh no, not Riggins. Not Riggins. We want it in Riche now.
We'll go.
Okay, so that's gonna. I'm trying to remember how much that actually gives you. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it's 100 industrial points. It's really good. Such a good card that is. So I mean, honestly, industrial points is really not what I need at the moment now. I'm getting quite a lot of industrial points. Don't get me wrong; we'll chew through these fast once we start putting up, you know, so as we build out more, building tanks and things like that. Speaking of which, this is a regiment. We don't want regiments. Just remind myself of what armor we've got, because it would be good to start getting some armor. I might just wait one turn, just so that I can start getting some of this other stuff and see how much metal I've got next turn, and then, you know, that will give me an indication of how much I can spend. Mind you, that said, I do want to be getting. I really want to be pumping troops out, because I want those guys to see that I'm pumping troops out. Why are you doing that, Benjamin? Right, okay, so just to explain why. The reason is if they see that I'm constantly producing troops at a faster rate than them, they are gonna have to take notice of that. Yeah, look, we've got a motorized light infantry brigade. That might be a good one to bring up. Let's get those guys. There we are, look. And I want to bring these down, kind of, I don't know, I'll bring them down. Maybe I'll bring them over this way, just so. I want him to see that I'm filling these areas full of troops, so that he's gonna, you know, he knows that, oh, this is going to be really hard for me to get through, you know, because I don't want to get attacked before I'm ready, actually. Okay, that costs a lot of metal, by the way. Metal's still super expensive as well. Look,
Copy
I'm gonna buy 4,000 credits worth anyway, and I'll sell. Yeah, look, I'm getting loads of rares now, so I'll just sell back
Copy
the
that.
rares. Well, I sold a few rares and we'll just get the money back. How many more can we get? Another
Copy
300.
that.
There we go. Okay, so we've just traded some rare metals for normal metals. Basically, that's pretty much what happened there. I might just make a couple of machines.
Copy that.
Yeah. Other than that, we're looking good. Now, yeah, it looks like we've lost a lot of recruits there. We lost about 10,000 recruits. The reason what's gone on there is that most of those guys are actually building the trucks. And once they've finished building those trucks, they'll be returned to the pool. Okay, let's get those guys back here. Okay, and then we've got, yeah. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just putting these layers of troops out, and these are effective fighting troops as well. You know, and you might be like, oh, but they'll get killed by tanks. Like, not in these woods, they won't. Not in these woods, they won't. And they also, the other thing is, as soon as tanks start coming along, yeah, he might plow through the first line, or maybe even the first 2 lines, but then the rest of them just go boink into these mountains, and then tanks cannot hurt him. In fact, it's difficult to get them out with anything, including aircraft. So this is a horribly annoying tactic. And it's a tactic that is very, very difficult to deal with, I think. Right, let's get these guys back. I don't know why these are travelling over in that direction. Yeah, I'm going to bring these guys back down now. Those guys, I'm going to bring those that way so they can get onto this road and pick up some replacement troops. Speaking of which, we've got a bunch of replacements, haven't we? Let's just go to the once I've moved these, let's go to the SHQ and just figure out what's going on down that way. Let's leave those guys there. See if we can attack him with these.
Engaging enemy. Mission success.
Okay, we killed those free folk marauders. Let's just move up here and back again. Yeah, they can stay there. So yeah, look at these. I've got lots of troops. I want him to see lots of troops. It's honestly, it is as much of a psychological thing as anything else. I don't want to get attacked. But when, like, Cael was kind of going, look, I'm not going to attack you, and I was just like, if I was you, I'd attack you. I was like, if I was you, you got to attack me. He's got to attack me at some point. Like, he's got a similar size place to me, but he's got nowhere near the population of me. I just don't think he can have the amount of population that I've got. I mean, Hyde's got a lot as well. Like, he's got a big territory as well. But I've got all these ruins. The terrain is mine. Like, I've got the best terrain in the game, without a doubt. I really looked out. Now, here's an interesting thing, right? Some people might feel, well, this is not cool because, you know, Shadow Empire is all about luck, and, you know, if you get bad luck, then you're not going to win. No, these games don't really work like that. I don't really like that argument. So the game, yeah, I might get a better start in certain respects, okay, but what advantage that I do have in my positioning, I'm kind of losing out in the sense of, look, I've got 2 people on my border. I am going to be attacked. I think if anybody is going to get ganged up on in this game, it's going to be me. I really do think that. Partly because I think if I'd have tried to take these guys, if I'd have attacked these guys would have attacked me. Now, I could try to shift gear and just go and attack these guys now, swallow up the territory, but I think what will happen is immediately Hyde will attack here. Okay, and then, you know, so anyway, here's what I'm trying to say about the you know, the air quote unfairness. I think that in games like this, you might have a naturally better start position or something, or you might have, you know, like, looked out and got some, like, a bunch of ruins. But the game, if the players are playing smart, the game will develop so that they counter that, right? So they'll either come up with an alliance, try and beat someone who they think is in a bigger position, or they'll develop their technology in a way that counters what they've got. Like, you know, for example, if these guys go with loads of walkers, that's a pretty good way of getting across these mountains, right? Like, walkers are going to be a reasonable... It's a good idea, at least. The thing is, if I can race through down to micro nukes, I don't care about your walkers. Your walkers can... Your walkers can eat one. Here we are, look, micro nuke RPG. These are very, very powerful, and they will make short work of walkers. So there, yeah. Just in a roundabout way, what I'm trying to say is, if I fill my, I want to basically put on a big front-facing army now, and it's an army that can quickly disperse into the mountains. So if he comes through with something very, very hard, you know, like, let's say he nukes out the front line, and then pushes through with a bunch of tanks or walkers or something like that, I can hide in these mountains, and then he's got to deal with me. He's got to come into these mountains and deal with me, because if he doesn't, I'm just going to pop back round. If he makes it like push from, you know, one of my cities, like comes from my main city in High Peak, he's got to clear me out of the mountains, because if he doesn't, I'm just going to come and cut him off, and that's it. This is going to be like, when the wars do start in this game, it's going to be really, really ugly. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Honestly, it's going to be so much fun. Yeah, it is going to be so much fun, and like I say, I do want to see what's going to happen when eventually we do go to war, because you can't. This is not a peaceful game. It's actually dead good fun, by the way, Shadow Empire, as you might have... I think anybody who's stuck with me, by the way, this long into the series will kind of be on board with me, you know, so I'm probably preaching to the converted, but I think that this is a really, really good empire building game, you know, even in peacetime. It's just really good fun just to play with all these different assets that you've got, and, you know, with the way the population, you can kind of move population around, but not directly. That's so great. Like, you know, working all that out is just so much fun. But at some point we are going to have to go to war. It's just the way that it is. So yeah. Okay, so what I wanted to do next was I wanted to go into the SHQ at High Peak. Let's just get that SHQ. There we are. And yeah, let's see. Look, we've got a bunch of grunts all here. Let's upgrade these guys. We just want to get all of these units in the same OHQ, I guess. 65. I'm going to upgrade them to...
Copy that.
There we go, look. So now we've got a whole bunch of grunts 5. We're going to do the same with the AMGs.
Copy that.
And then we've got Crusaders that we can replace with... Oh, we're going to have to... Oh no. With replacements, you actually have to build them first, if I remember right. So I'll just leave those there for now. Anyway, so we've now got a whole bunch of replacements too. These guys will be sitting there getting experience. Okay, I think that's about it, folks. I don't really want to keep building too much more. I'm tempted to put another airbase up here, though. That's not going to be too expensive. And what I might do is I might just drop that down to 50%, so I don't mind taking 4 turns. Yeah, I'll do that. Because I think having an airbase up here could be useful. Yeah, look. This is another one. Like, how is Hyde going to get through here? He's got this. We've got this mountain range we can defend. All this forest to fall back into. I mean, it's kind of the same with him. Like, if I was to break through into his area, he would have a lot more difficulty dealing with me than than I would have dealing with him if he came in this way, just because of the terrain. However, in this kind of terrain, then you're looking at panzer tactics, and I think that, you know, and maneuver, basically. This is going to be about maneuver tactics. So lots and lots of mechanized troops and tanks. Whereas in this war with Cael, this is going to be walkers and infantry and you know, artillery, nuclear weapons, and aircraft. I think that's how we're going to have to do it. And yeah, at some point soon, I am going to have to bite the bullet, I'm afraid. And let's get another airbase up here and just put it onto a really... Again, we'll put it on a low speed. Yeah, I am going to have to start biting the bullet and figuring out aircraft, because I've got helicopters up. I do like Thropters a lot. Thropters are great, by the way. If you've not used them yet, they are really, really good. I wonder how long we've got until this base comes up. this rail. Yeah, I might just leave that. Put that on 2 turns as well. Oh, we got the railhead going up here. Again, I'll put that on 50%. Just make sure some of the stuff that we don't really need is just. Oh, am I building rail here as well in VMAR? Interesting. Let's get down to 50%. We don't need that immediately. Yeah, and then next few turns I'm going to start thinking about putting some rail out. So. Okay, guys, anyway, I've done enough musing, and wow, it's half an hour episode. Okay, folks, I'll catch you next time. Let me know what you think about the game so far in the comments. Just bear in mind that if you want to give me strategic tips, you're probably about 3 or 4 months too late. Okay, but for the sake of other people watching, it's always good to have people giving their opinion on what you think I should be doing. You're always welcome to do that, and I think that other players really, really like it as well. They like to see it when other people are kind of engaging with it and kind of sticking their oar in, so to speak. Okay, folks, I'll catch you next time. See you later.